Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the full moon in Pisces tarot reading for September 10th, 2022. This particular full moon is about healing the soul, I'm told. So, no small feat. Let's get into your reading. The first column is what is the full moon closing out for you, or, bringing to your life. And I'm going to say I have the feeling that we would like to get our foundations under control. The Four of Pentacles is about, four is always about foundation. And Pentacles are earth and finances and matter, material, as well as money. And so I'm going to look at the card itself because the meaning is pretty staunch. It's holding on to your money, but what I'm seeing behind her is a really nice water flow. And for me, this is an indication that there should be an emotional flow to release any blockages that you are unable to at this time. It's about letting the waters flow. It's about letting your emotions flow. Four is the challenge with the number four is about taking things too seriously. So you might really be sucked into this idea of having firm foundations, and this is a serious thing. Don't get me wrong, but you can take it too far. With the Chariot there, that's about control. Chariot is always about control. Where you're driving to, where you're heading towards. And the Chariot card for me is always about alignment. And that's what I mean by, so the head and the heart and the spirit with the Chariot card need alignment in order to find its direction and actually move in that direction. And in this case, I have a feeling that, and because it's Pisces moon, I think the emotional flow here is very important. The Chariot has two sphinxes, not this particular card, but the sphinx are the mysteries of life. And I will leave you with the riddle of the sphinxes. The very interesting thing about the Chariot card is there's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. That's a riddle that I think you can ponder and see how that plays out for you in the next 2 to 4 weeks. I do want to pull a clarification card with this. So where money and health is concerned, I think you need to have a good look at your emotional stability, your emotional life right now. And I think that's what the universe is asking you to do. So you have the Seven of Wands here as clarification. And so there may be people or situations that are trying to knock you down from your position. But you hold a higher ground. And so you may feel like your stability is being rocked. And in this case, I would say keep your intentions, keep your thoughts on higher ground. Don't stoop to their level. Because that's how you're going to win this one out. This is how it's going to, if you want to win through this competition, and let's just say, so we're looking at Four of Pentacles here. Maybe you're up for a position because you are setting up a foundation. You need to build, maybe let's say you want to build a house or you want to buy a car. Let's just say that. But there are other people who are vying for this position or this car, and because you move with your emotion, because you're listening to both your head and your heart and your spirit, that's the higher road you take. And when you do that, nothing or no one can knock you down from your position. That's a little bit vague for me, I feel. But I do think that's the point here. With the Four of Pentacles, it's very staunch. It's very holding on tightly to something. And actually, the thing that needs to happen is the flow. Okay? I'll leave it at that. So how you are behaving is the King of Swords and the Emperor. Now the King of Swords is my Libra card, so this is somebody who makes decisions with their head and not their heart. And what did I just say here? Emotions also have to be included and may even have to go first. In other words, you listen to your feeling. The head can go either way. The head can make decisions on both sides. It has an argument for either side. You have a right and a left brain. So, right and left side of brain. And so those two sides will talk to each other back and forth and forever. When we add emotion to it, that's just another level. And if you see, the Emperor is submerged in water. So he's all in it, you know? He's all in it. He's all in the emotion. Now the Emperor is also a number 4, so laying down foundations, making the rule of law. And the Emperor can rule with an iron fist, or he can rule for the good of everyone. And in this case, you have a lot of people around you as well. If you include these people, the way might be easier. Let's have a look at the, let's find a clarification card here. Now you may also be dealing with a father figure, a boss figure with the Emperor. But you have, for clarification, the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is, it's about the past coming forward, memories coming forward, people from the past, situations from the past that come back around, which makes perfect sense at this time because there's a lot of retrograde planets going on. So we get the opportunity to review. We get the opportunity to review how we've set up our foundations up until now, how we want to go further with that. But it's more about looking back and seeing what has happened. And in the Six of Cups gives you the opportunity to share that. It's a very sharing card, the Six of Cups. And it's a very sweet card. Also, it's a platonic card. So if this comes up as a relationship scenario, this is very platonic. It's very sweet, it's kind, and it's sharing. So you may be sharing past information, things that you've learned from the past, but you may also be using it to set up your foundations and just make sure that you're seeing it correctly. So it's not just skewed to one side. You want to see both sides of the situation. The outcome is the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Cups is a messenger card. For me, the Knights are always messages, but it's a message of love. And it could also be a message from your emotional side, from your deeper subconscious waters. But in any case, the Knight of Cups likes to have a good time. They like libation, when they like substance, and can possibly have, can overdo it sometimes, put it that way. And so you want to be careful, but you come up with the Eight of Pentacles with that card. And so I understand you are trying to set foundations, make sure you have time for play as well. And in this case, maybe don't overdo work or play. Find a nice balance between the two of them. You may get work that you wanted, work that you like very much, or you might have to work a little bit overtime, but you don't mind so much because it's work you like to do. It's honing your craft as well, so you might be busy with that. But the clarification card with that is the Temperance card. And so for me, that definitely means that there is need for balance here. There's this is patience. Patience is necessary because there's alchemy happening. You're turning something into gold. You're turning dross into gold, and that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and so patience is necessary. Now, when I see it with the Seven of Wands, I also see people that are trying to knock you down from your situation. You need to be patient with these people, but you also need to be patient with yourself in that type of scenario. Creating foundations also very necessary to have patience with the building of a foundation. Something that you do not want to hurry, because what you are moving towards, what you are building up, is actually a very healthy wallet, a very healthy work life, and a healthy play life. So you could say that this is play, this is work, and they both need to find balance. And it could also be that you are looking to create a work life with something that you love to do. But that will also take some time with the Temperance card. But you are turning something into gold, and hopefully that is something that you are passionate about. Because if it is, I do believe it'll work out well for you. The last card I'm going to pull is what the Spirit wants you to know in regards to the coming 2 to 4 week lunar cycle. And you have the Page of Pentacles. So that's a pretty happy little card. It's my Capricorn card. And I have the feeling that by the end of this cycle, you will be ready to show the world what you have learned. So it's my student card, the Page of Pentacles, and they've learned it, they know it, it's hit, and now it's time to put things into production. And if anybody can do that, the Capricorn can. The goat is just that. It gets to higher places, and it doesn't let anything get in the way. Not a smooth rock, nothing. It just knows it wants the height of heights. And I do think you'll get it. I think there's a very emotional response needed, even though you're going to be cool as a cucumber and use your logic. Don't forget to include the waters. Don't forget to include your emotion. Really important, I think, here. I think you can make decisions with your head if you want to, but I think it would be a good idea to feel a situation out and then make a logical decision. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. I'll be back in 2 weeks for the new moon reading. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you very much for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.